Hey, Nomadic Fanatic, Eric here. I am in a great mood. I got my RV back. I got the last bill, hopefully, of this quarter. It was another big whopper. I think it was almost 500 bucks or something. This one was 455.52. So, um, but the leak is fixed in my black water tank. I've actually already used the toilet. I've gone number one and number two in the toilet. Oh my gosh, what a relief. I got the hot water heater on right now, getting ready to take a shower. Parked in the same spot where I got free Wi-Fi the last 8 days, so on and off, as I've been here. I'm just so in such a better mood, I don't want to just give out a free plug or anything, but I really like this place, Coombs RV, here in Olympia. And I'm not getting paid to say that and get a discount or anything, but these guys run a good ship, and I already told him I'll be back. John, the guy that runs it, he's awesome to talk to. He tells it to you straight. He keeps his word. He quotes you on something. No matter what, he goes back to that quote every time, all 3 times. Of course, I spent a lot of money there, but, And then Johnny, the tech guy that's out there working on the RV, he talked me through everything, called me back there a couple times, showed me exactly what's going on, double-checked all his work, so totally honest. And I already told him, you guys are awesome. I told him I was going to mention him on here. If you ever come through Ole and need any RV work, you got to stop in. It's right off exit 107, literally right off exit 107 and I-5, Coombs RV. They one of their big, huge books, Coombs RV, all the stuff they do. So the next stuff I need, I'll be able to get it in there. Pretty stoked. All in all, in the last 8 days, boondocking, I have been without my RV while it's been in a shop doing something for 24.5 hours total. That's the total time I've been without it. Not the total time shop hour rate, but the time I've been without my RV that they've had it away. So this experience has been bittersweet because I've been boondocking and loving it, but I really have not been spending that much time in the RV. Like I said, Jackson and I have been in the car so often. So today we took a trip back to my normal homestead, my pad, my home base, and what did we do? We built that trench so that the water will go over the roadway and not come back into the driveway, about 6 inches deep all the way across so the water has a place to go. Then we went to Home Depot, got some black PVC pipe to put down, and then I went out to Olympia and borrowed a truck and got a truck full of rock, poured that down on it. That really hurt my back. But yeah, poured all the rock over that, made it a little more level, smashed it down a little bit, and then I took the truck and went reverse back, kind of packed it down a little bit, and I'm pretty confident that that's going to hold up a lot better, that situation. I'll be able to pull in and out when I need to a lot better. As far as boondocking, like I said, I'm going to spend maybe 3 more days, and I'm going to head back this weekend and kind of regroup. But at the same time, I'm totally happy. But somebody was asking me on another video about boondocking, choosing a place to boondock, because it's a lot different than choosing a Walmart parking lot or a truck stop or something like that. But when I boondock, which is what I've been doing the last 8 days, there are some very specific things that I like to keep in mind. First of all is your privacy, where you park. Whether you're in front of a business and they're open hours, you can't really have your windows down because they're going to see you in here doing stuff. They're going to hear your generator. So you kind of have to pick a quiet spot that's still a little residential, but also a little bit commercial too. I like to pick places that have traffic moving through them all the time. That way, just gives me a sense of security. If it was some really black, dark street, I would feel really uncomfortable. So I like to pick a spot where I know there's going to be cars rolling through all throughout the night. However, then you have to factor in the noise. The cars going by, you're going to hear that. Is that going to bother you? I'm a really deep sleeper, though, so I sleep through all that with earplugs also. But something to keep in mind. Also, sometimes when the big trucks roll by, they'll physically move your motorhome. So if that's important to you, then you need to get off those commercial residential streets and pick somewhere a little more remote. The other thing you have to keep in mind is that you need to be somewhere level, at least within 2 or 3 degrees, otherwise your fridge and freezer won't work. I don't know many people that don't use that, so it has to be level. And a lot of times you'll get to an off-street parking and it starts to slope down so that your passenger side towards the sidewalk is going to be too slanted and your fridge isn't going to work. So you kind of have to scope out those areas. Another perk I like to look for is free Wi-Fi. And then the most important thing is don't overdo your stay. Don't be there. I mean, 2 nights is probably your max. I wouldn't even do that. If you boondock somewhere for more than 48 hours straight, you're just asking for trouble. You're asking for somebody to complain. And that's what's going to happen. It's going to be some resident or somebody who owns a business, and all they're going to do, they're not even going to talk to you. They're just going to call 911 and say, hey, somebody's living in their RV outside my property. They've been here over 24 hours, blah, 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 blah. Go check it out. And the cops, in here, Thurston County and Olympia, what are they going to do? They have to respond. It was called in. They have to go respond. So they'll come, they'll knock on the door unless somebody's really stupid and they've got lawn chairs out on the sidewalk or they're drinking beers out there with their buddies. Well, then you're just asking for more trouble because then you got to give your ID and you got to talk to the cop and everything. But most of the time what's going to happen is they're going to come, they're going to see all the windows are shut, it's dark, there's no noise, there's no garbage outside and beer bottles. So they knock on the door, nobody answers. If you do answer, then they're going to talk to you and tell you you have to leave right now. If you don't answer, they have to put a card or a notice on your window that says, either call dispatch at this number and they won't tell you anything else, or they'll put their business card. It says officer this, and it says please call me, and it'll have his personal number. Or the notices that I've gotten are also that this motorhome is in violation of city code, blah, blah, blah. Please move it within anywhere between 24 and 48 hours. Please move it within those hours, or you will be towed, and they make it look all scary and bad. And if you don't move it within those hours, he will come back, and he will put an orange check mark on your back window, and they will tow it. It will happen. So you need to listen to those notices. But at the same time, I've also talked to some of the officers afterward, called them up and said, look, I've only been there for a day. I mean, I was there exactly 2 days ago between these hours, blah, 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 but I haven't been there this entire period. I just come back. And then he's like, well, look, we got to respond to it. People complain. Are you living in it? And then you got to, careful now, because it's illegal to live in an RV on the streets. You can't live in any vehicle. It's an ordinance, right? So no, I'm not living in the RV. I'm living out of the RV. The RV has my life in it. It has everything I own. I'm living out of the RV. No, I don't live in it. I don't sleep in it. Don't tell me you live in it. I mean, what? Just be careful with your words, and don't ever argue, don't just move. It says move, move. We're nomadic. We love to move. How can we complain? People get on YouTube and post videos, kicked me out of the parking lot last night, sons of bitches. I'm like, grow the fuck up. You're squatting on somebody else's private property and city property with free rent, and you're going to complain about it? Just turn the key and get the hell out. Pick somewhere else and be happy. So that kind of answers some of the questions about boondocking choices. But I think it's different with everyone. Everybody else has their priorities. Some people just can't be away from a bathroom. Their toilet stuff doesn't work, or they can't use it, so they have to pick somewhere that's within walking distance of a bathroom. Or they need to be closer to work, closer to school, closer. It just depends. I'm only talking about a few of the specifics that come into mind when I look. And like I said, I would top it right off. I would say the priority is being level, somewhat public place where there's always traffic and stuff going on, and Wi-Fi. Other than that, it's your call. You pick. Anyways, I am going to relax, and I'm going to take a couple days off and not make any new videos, I don't think. Or at least I'm not going to post any. I may shoot and then edit some later, and I'll get back to you all this weekend. Take care.